Hi there and welcome to our second edition of What's the Word this week and our first from Punchestown as well. So this afternoon I'm joined by Nicola McGeady from our sponsors Ladbrokes and also Brendan Duke as well. How are you Brendan, you alright?
Good form, Tom, yourself?
Yeah. Nicola, how was your journey here? Alright?
Yeah, good. I mean, it was kind of
day?
fine with the traffic, lashing rain, so, you know, we'll try. Hopefully the day gets better with plenty of winners.
It can only get better. It can only get better. Right, let's move on to the start of the Grade 1 action on Wednesday. And Brendan, the intriguing thing here is next destination and the change in trip up to 3 miles this afternoon.
Yes, and I have to say I'm a bit conflicted about it, Tom, because before the Ballymore I had him down as a speed horse, but then he couldn't lie up in the Ballymore, and he might have actually only been fifth, but for something kicking the last hurdle out of the way. He didn't even have to jump that, got up for third. So the step up in trip looks obvious on that run, but as I said, I'm a bit conflicted. Now it's strong form. Black Op went in at Aintree and Samcro, as we know, but also the Albert Bartlett is strong form. Santini didn't have a great trip that day, but Kilbrick and Storm still beat him by 4 lengths. That's strong form. He's twice the price of next destination and proven at the trip. I think Kilbrick and Storm for me.
His jumping in Nace in particular the first day was really eye-catching.
That's electric, it really was. Yeah, he looked a proper horse to me. That's why I was so disappointed in Cheltenham. But maybe I'm being harsh on him. I suppose that form does entitle him to be favourite in this race.
How do they bet for this 3 mile novice hurdle, Nicola?
Well, next destination is the clear, obvious favourite at 7-4, and I think it's pretty solid at the head of the betting. After that, you have Kilbrick and Storms in there at 7-2, and then fighting for third favouritism, you've got Ballyward and Delta Work, both at 13-2. But as far as we're concerned, next destination is the one we need beat and the one we expect to be really popular.
Yeah, I mean, Willie Mullins here at this track this time of year, given all that's going on as well. How do you bet on the Trainers' Championship, actually?
Yeah, listen, it's quite close at the minute, but Gordon Elliott, he is the favourite. We do expect him to win. He's odds on at around 4-9. Willie Mullins is kind of a little bit on the drift, but we do think Gordon Elliott has enough to see it through and win his first title.
Yeah, good stuff. Of course, intriguing where Samcro goes later on in the week as well. Right, let's get on to the Coral Gold Cup, and that's upcoming at 5:30. Road to Respect here, 2-1 favourite, 4th in the Gold Cup. Really solid form. Can you look past it? Although lots of horses who've run well in Gold Cups have not gone and run well here.
Yes, I suppose the encouraging thing for fans of Road to Respect, and I count myself amongst that number, is that he ran well at the 2 spring festivals post Cheltenham last year.
Yes, that's true.
And basically, this horse is just improving from run to run. I mean, beating 12 lengths in the Gold Cup, but in the Gold Cup for the ages. He beat Balco de Flo over Christmas. That's strong form. He's probably the best horse in the race as it stands. There's a chance he'll improve. 2-1, it seems fair enough to me, Tom.
How do you bet Road to Respect and then through the market?
Yeah, Road to Respect, as you mentioned, is the 2-1 favourite. You've got Bell's Hill in there at 14-1, which is always going to be popular. You've Jackadam at 5-1. Interesting one, I think, will be Total Recall, like another one of Mullins' horses. I just think, you know, given the ground and the weather here, it could be interesting. It could be backed 9-1.
That's a kind of an angle it's going to be all week, isn't it? Those Mullins second and third and even fourth strings, isn't it? Just how he picks up all that extra prize money as well.
Oh, I think that's always an angle because they're generally they're not well found in the market. Now, there is a Ruby factor which you won't have this week, granted, but generally they are overpriced. I think back in second and third strings would be a good play this week.
And beyond Road to Respect, is there anything you can give an each way squeak to?
No, I'm just going to back Road to Respect.
No need to throw away your money.
Well, 200% on your money, you wouldn't get it in the bank, would you?
There you go. As straightforward as that. More Grade 1 action as well at 6:05 on Wednesday as well. A quick look through the market on that one, Nicola.
Blackbow heads the bet, and their prices are just down at the minute, so I'll get them for you in a minute, Tom.
Yeah, Blackbow heading the market. That run at Leopardstown was just so incredible, wasn't it? But I think you fancy something else here.
Well, I fancy my equine Crush is carefully selected. He's just such a kind-natured horse, a gorgeous horse. Well, he's a gorgeous head in him. He's back on him like a mattress, but he's a very genuine horse. Now, you could argue. Well, he definitely had the run of the race in Cheltenham because Danny pilfered a couple of lengths at the start. But did he get lonely in front? He's such a kind-natured horse, Tom. He probably didn't want the limelight all to himself and gave a chance to the Mullins mare, which picked him up late. As you said, Black Bowl will be favourite because Patrick rides, but we get the dock for carefully selected, and he'll be the one I'll be backing.
Listen, the Doc, and what a man to have in the saddle as well.
Yeah.
He's ridden a winner at every single race course in Ireland and over 1,000 winners as well. He's just the most phenomenal talent. Do we have an idea on how they bet you, Nicola?
4-1, around a 4-1 price. Black Bow, I imagine, will shorten up as the day goes on. Carefully selected is 9-2, Tornado Flyer 6-1.
As bumpers go, and you know, we crib at the volume of bumpers at this meeting sometimes, but this is an absolute cracker, isn't it?
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, this is basically a rerun of the Cheltenham bumper on home soil.
On home soil.
Yeah.
Willie Mullins 1, 2, 3, genuinely not out of the question.
Please don't say that, okay? That's just not what we want to hear.
This is, don't worry, I mean, you'll get the favourite beaten in the trainer's title, Nicola, if he's having these 1, 2, 3s all over the course of the week. Looking through the rest of the Wednesday card, we're going to start with the that hurdle. You have an angle here with the Martin Pipeline form.
Well, yeah, it looks between Sire de Burley and Pravalunga on ratings. Now, she's respected getting the mare's allowance, and that was a decent handicap. She finished 4th in over Easter, but it was a marked step up. She was 33-1. Sire de Burley, he ran well before Cheltenham, good 4th in the Martin Pipe, as you mentioned, consistent profile. I think he'd be favourite, granted, but I think he'll win.
Yeah, you'd be with him in that against her, yeah.
Yes, I think
absolutely. And anything later on in the card, we have that handicap chase. Actually, it's a really tough-looking handicap chase upcoming at 6:40. Few there up near the top of the market or near the top of the weights. Look a little bit gone, the likes of Champagne West and that, but.
I think this is the angle.
Okay,
so,
you have the angle. Good. We need angles.
So I've been backing a horse all winter called Blast of Coman because I keep thinking he's well handicapped.
Yeah.
But he keeps getting beaten in handicaps, which sort of makes a lie of that theory. However, in a race which, as you say, there's plenty of has-beens and plenty of never-will-be's.
Yeah, it's a lost soul society, this race, isn't it?
We're getting 4 places. I'll be very surprised if Blast of Coman is out of the 4, and he could win. So he's a good each-way play.
Again, this race is going to be wide open, Nick, from a betting point of view. It's probably going to be around 4 or 5 to win the field, is it?
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those wide open races. It's so hard to try and pick out the winner. Hopefully, Brendan, you've given it to us.
And do we have a couple of best bets over the course of the day then? We're going to give us some multiple
Can I start
adverts?
with Total Recall, actually?
Yeah, go for it, yeah. That's going to be your best bet,
in the feature race
In the
tomorrow.
feature, that's the Coral Gold
I'll go
Cup.
each way, though.
Okay. Well, we're going to give you multiple because there's Ladbrokes Go best odds guaranteed on multiple.
Exactly.
So go on, you can have another one in there as well.
I'll let you go first, Brendan.
Right, okay, well, I'll have to oppose Nicola with Road to Respect, who would be my banker for tomorrow. Yeah. And I'll throw him in with a Trixie, as you know. I do like a Trixie, Tom.
Yeah.
With Carefully Selected in the 6:05 and Blast of Coman in the 6:40.
Good stuff.
And I like Black Bow in the 6:05
Black Bow as well. Okie doke. Well, those are more selections for Wednesday, day 2 of the Punchestown Festival here on What's the Word.